He barked again, louder this time, his paws pressing against the coffin lid as if he could wake the man inside. People whispered that grief had driven the dog mad. But 3 minutes later, everyone in that small town would witness something no one would ever forget. The chapel was quiet, too quiet. Only the dog's bark cut through the silence, raw and trembling, echoing off the cold marble walls. The villagers shifted uneasily in their seats. Some frowned, others murmured, "Take him away." But the dog wouldn't move. His golden fur was matted with dirt, his eyes red from crying, or whatever pain dogs feel when their hearts break. Before anyone knew his name, he was just the soldier's dog, the loyal shadow of Captain Daniel Reed. Daniel had returned from war not as the man who left, but as someone quieter, slower, carrying invisible wounds beneath his uniform. His neighbors respected him, but few understood him. The only creature who seemed to see through his silence was that dog, Rex. Every morning, they'd walk the same dirt road behind Daniel's small farmhouse. Rex would wait outside the grocery store while Daniel went in, tail wagging, eyes always searching. And every evening, Daniel would whisper something into Rex's ear before they both disappeared behind the old oak tree where the sun sank into the fields. No one knew what he said. Then, one winter morning, Daniel's truck skidded on black ice. He never came home. The town gathered for his funeral, flags folded, metal shining, the sound of boots on concrete. They placed the coffin in the center of the small chapel. Rex sat beside it, still as stone. When the priest began the final prayer, Rex suddenly stood, ears back, and began barking, frantic, urgent, desperate. "Quiet that dog," someone snapped. But he wouldn't stop. He pawed the coffin as if trying to dig through it, to reach the man he loved more than life itself. It was painful to watch. The undertaker tried to pull him away, but Rex growled softly, guarding the coffin with every ounce of strength in his small body. Daniel's sister, Anna, whispered through tears, "He just doesn't understand." Yet the truth was, Rex did understand, just not in the way they thought. He could smell something none of them could. Something faint, something alive. Moments later, Anna noticed it too, a sound. A soft, almost imperceptible tapping from inside the coffin. The priest froze. The murmurs turned into gasps. The undertaker leaned close, his trembling hand against the wood. "Open it," Anna pleaded. "Please." The lid came off slowly. And there, pale, weak, barely breathing, Daniel's eyes flickered open. He was alive. Doctors later said it was a rare medical state, a coma so deep it mimicked death. But in that moment, all anyone could think of was Rex, the dog who refused to give up, who refused to be silenced. Days later, when Daniel woke fully, his first words were simple. "Where's my boy?" Rex leapt onto the hospital bed, pressing his head into Daniel's chest, as if to say, "I told them you were still here." The story spread across the town, across the country, across the world. People began calling Rex the guardian of life. During the next week, when Daniel returned home, hundreds of people lined the road. Flags waved, and silence fell as he stepped out of the ambulance. Rex trotted beside him, tail high, eyes bright, a living reminder that love can hear what human ears cannot. That night, sitting on his porch, Daniel